options, quarterly pest control, and a lifetime guarantee. All for an unbelievable low $99. Even if you have another pest control provider, visit TurnerPest.com to find out how you can avoid paying those high termite retreat fees.
All right, 8 minutes after 9 o'clock. Beautiful looking Monday. It's the second to the last day of the year. We still kind of had that holiday thing going on, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird because both Christmas and New Year's fall on a Wednesday, right smack dab in the middle of the work week, and that has definitely had an effect on us psychologically, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
When in the years past, when the two holidays fall on a weekend day, it's almost like there is no holiday.
Right.
Right. But when it falls in the middle like it is this year, it's one big 2-week holiday. So, all right. If you have ever had an idea that you would like to pursue, whether it's an invention or something else, and you needed some money to fund it, and you've heard about things like Kickstarter or something similar to Kickstarter, then you are interested in crowdfunding. Crowdfunding is an overall term that simply means that you've reached out to large numbers of people to ask them if they would like to put some money into your project. I don't know all the rules behind it, but I have some success stories from people who've done this already and the products that have been created as a result of the crowdfunding.
Oh, okay. This is going to be fascinating.
This is no particular order, but these are some technology and other things that were funded by people like you and I who said, oh, I want to help out with that. Here's $20. Go for it, kid.
Okay.
All right. And, of course, lots of people submit more than $20.
Oh, yeah.
One of the products is Remy, REMEE.
Oh.
Remy is an eye mask. Are you ready for this?
Okay, what is
First
that?
of all, $572,891 was pledged, but they funded 1,636% of what was pledged. So the makers of Remy have really received way more than they wanted to on Kickstarter. Now, let me tell you what this is. This is an eye mask. You know how you would put an eye mask on to go to sleep if it's, you're bothered by the light or whatever? Mm-hmm. Instead of simply helping you fall asleep, this claims to help you have lucid dreams.
Oh.
You can fly. You can do gymnastics like a professional gymnast.
Uh-huh.
You can swim underwater without coming up for air, all in your dreams. It's by a company called Bitbanger Labs out of Australia. They claim that their eye mask will help you dream and do anything you want in your dreams.
Gosh.
It works by flashing 6 red LEDs that stimulate your visual field. Now, how you actually turn those lights into your dreams is a mystery to me because it doesn't say so, but it also does not say how much this thing costs.
Wow.
But they were able to raise 1,636% of $572,000. So they raised a lot of money for this thing.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, people.
Gosh, do they even need to sell any to make money? They might just give them away. They made so much money.
That's right.
All right, the next successful Kickstarter campaign, also known as crowdfunding, is called Twine.
Okay.
Twine is a wireless sensor square that can do things like tweet you when your laundry is done.
Oh.
Or text you if someone opens your front door.
Oh, my gosh.
You'd never know from looking at it, but it's got an internal temperature sensor, an internal accelerometer for vibration, impact, and motion detection, a magnetic switch useful for doors and anything else that moves, and a moisture sensor. To use it, you go to a web app to set up the rules for what kind of message it should send you, and if one of the sensors is tripped. Twine also can send you email messages if that's your preferred medium. The pledged amount was $556,541. The amount that was funded, 1,590% of that one was funded.
Wow.
And basically, it looks like a square eraser, and it does all the things I just told you it does.
Oh, gosh. Wow.
All right, the next one is called the Piper Home Security System. $309,119 was funded through some crowdfunding. It doesn't say here if it was Kickstarter or another one. And to be honest with you, I don't even know what the other ones are.
Mm-hmm. I like the Lucid Eye mask.
Yeah.
My favorite so far.
Yeah, that is a cool one.
Yeah.
The Piper Home Security, let's see, $309,119. This is a home security system that is a combination of different home monitoring devices. There's a camera, a thermometer, humidity checker. It has an app for your mobile device that allows you to check on it at all times. It allows the homeowner on vacation or elsewhere to better monitor his or her home for intruders, home damage, or other maintenance issues.
Oh, yeah, home damage. What if a water pipe bursts and nobody's there? Wow.
There you go.
That wouldn't be good.
All right, the next one, $568,106 was pledged. 2,272% was funded. It's amazing.
Yeah.
This is an invention. It literally lets almost anything you could think of control your computer. So, for example, you could turn Play-Doh into a game controller.
That's cool.
Or you could turn the stairs on your staircase into piano keys. The simple kit comes with a circuit board, alligator clips, and a USB cable. And there's a promo video for it. It's called Makey Makey.
Oh.
Makey, Makey.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's Maki Maki. I don't know. Makey Makey. In it, a guy in the video shows a guy dancing the Dance Revolution by splashing his feet in buckets of water.
Wow.
And he can make music because of this device called the Makey Makey.
Oh, that's cool.
What the heck?
That is cool.
The heck is that?
I like the fact you could use Play-Doh to control your computer.
Anything. Anything. All right. Then the next one is called Matterform 3D Scanner. This is
okay.
a Canadian inventor, raised $471,082 on Kickstarter. He simplifies the process by which objects are rendered in 3D, and his device interfaces for easier or more tangible online study and display. The Matterform 3D offers a consumer model for $599. The demand for such a device was such that the Matterform acquired over 6 times its goal during its fundraising period. While this product is entering what's already a crowded market, it's good that crowdfunding projects are forcing the market to create better products and cheaper products. $599, relatively cheap price for a 3D scanner and printer.
That's cool.
That's it's an amazing technology. I have yet to see it in person, but
yeah, I hope we find somebody that has one.
all right, the next one for you gamers. This is an Oculus Rift. If you are a gamer, a video game player, you probably already know what this is. This is a video game headset used to fill your vision and respond to your head movements. You are immersed in the game through sight and sound. $2,437,429 was raised on Kickstarter to develop this thing. The device was much more funded than some ranked higher on this list, especially if you include the $16 million that was added to it by private investors who want a piece of the action. Still, it is intended as a somewhat frivolous device simply because it's for a game.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well,
I can imagine.
Right?
I can imagine the military would use this stuff for training purposes, right?
Yeah. But this was kind of like, what Disney Quest was in that one section.
But more modern,
yeah,
and more complete and more realistic looking.
And lighter, too, probably.
Yeah, but you're right. They had that back then, yeah.
Wow. This is cool.
Listen to this. The group LIFX, L-I-F-X, was hoping for $100,000 for their LED light bulb project.
Okay.
They finally reached their goal after 1 hour.
No.
They put their information on Kickstarter and had their $100,000 in 1 hour.
Wow.
By the 6th day, they had to put a freeze on the page to keep up with their ability to send out all the pre-orders. In November, it was announced that Best Buy would distribute the product. The appeal of this bulb is that its Wi-Fi connection allows you to use your smartphone to adjust the brightness and color, as well as the presets when they will make those adjustments. Currently, the product has something of a rivalry with the Philips Hue, but the way crowdfunding is competing and getting something of a leg up on the major like this is quite something. So, LIFX, an LED light that you can control with your Wi-Fi connection, change colors, change brightness, and for some reason, it's very, very popular.
Wow. I can't imagine that. I just can't imagine the popularity.
Listen to this next invention.
Yeah.
This is an amazing one. I can't wait to get my hands on this one day. All right, now you have seen me sit here, Robin, with my pen and
Yes.
a piece of paper and doodle.
Yes, you do wonderful doodles.
Well, how many people out there doodle? How many? And you, when we have guests, you always give guests a pencil or a pen and a piece of paper in case they want to take notes or doodle.
That's right. We tell them they
John
can
F.
doodle.
Kennedy was a doodler.
Okay.
I remember reading a
Yeah.
story about John F. Kennedy's doodles. Okay, so many, many, many people doodle. What if you could doodle in 3D?
Wow.
I mean, literally draw something that becomes a sculpture in the air.
Wouldn't that be something?
Well, it has
Gosh.
been invented, and it was funded by Kickstarter. $2,344,135. The thing is called 3 Doodler.
Wow.
3, or you could say 3D Oodler. The 3 Doodler is like an airbrush for the air.
Now, how cool
It
is
creates
that?
strings of plastic that can easily be shaped into 3D art. The device produces some very amazing pieces when it's in the right hands. It also represents a great advancement potential in the field of affordable 3D printing. Although there is a concern that it is uncomfortable to draw with for prolonged periods, they also say it's loud and stinky because it's essentially using melted plastic.
Oh, okay.
But it's a very creative device, fun to use, and people are being very creative with it, doodling in the air with these 3D. It's like a pen, basically, that writes in the air.
Well, it'll be improved by next Christmas, so I guess that'll be your Christmas gift in December of 2014.
No, I don't think so. All right, the next one is called the Canary Home Security System.
Okay.
The Kickstarter funded this, or people who contributed to Kickstarter, $1,961,663.
Oh,
This was another product that crowdfunding helped to pay for. It's another home monitoring device. Canary is in many ways a more tested version of the Piper home system referred to earlier. They check essentially the same things with some advertised differences. For example, Canary will be able to monitor the air quality in your home.
oh.
Piper has an edge in detecting the size of a moving object, so you'll be able to know whether it's a roach or a human being breaking into your house. If you have a pet and it's going to be walking around while you're not home, you need to know that it's your dog and not somebody, some
Yeah.
human. But making the Canary more significant is that it beat the Piper to the market by 3 months and had more resources to promote the product, and thus was able to make a stronger impression on consumers.
Oh, gosh.
$1,961,000 worth.
Wow.
And then there's the Pebble smartwatch,
Oh,
which was funded with $10,266,845, all from crowdfunding, Kickstarter, etc.
wow.
The Pebble smartwatch was by far the most crowd-funded project on this list, $10 million plus dollars, but it didn't quite overtake the top 2. I'm going to get to in just a moment because it's not as useful, actually. Essentially, it's a mobile device. It has a small grayscale monitor without any of the usual animations for when you change applications and whatever. It is handy. It sits on your wrist like a wristwatch, and you can check and send all your messages you ordinarily would, but it's simply plain text, black on gray.
Wow.
And they say, for some reason, this is more popular than the way we've been texting with our phones, etc.
Yeah, because you actually got to hold your phone in your hand.
Ay,
This
ay,
one,
ay.
you can wear this and just kind of punch the buttons.
All right, so the top two, based on a couple of different things, not just how much money they raised, but also on how useful they are. The Scanadu Scout, also funded from crowdfunding or Kickstarter. The amount that was funded was $1,664,574. It is described as a medical tricorder.
Oh, wow. Right out of Star Trek.
Here's what it does. It is a handheld monitor that detects a person's vitals, the blood pressure, temperature, etc. Given the extreme expense of healthcare and the shortage of time that hospital workers have, anything that can expedite the process without sacrificing quality of service should be pursued. As of November of this year, the product was still undergoing clinical trials before it would be released commercially, with thousands already pre-ordered. There you go, the Scanadu Scout.
That's cool.
And the number one, according to the folks who put this together, and I don't have that information, I don't remember where I got this from. I think it was Yahoo. $2,945,885 was raised through Kickstarter to develop this 3D printer. It is called the Form 1. There was a man who used it named Paul McCarthy. Not the Beatle Paul McCartney, but Paul McCarthy. He
Jenny McCarthy
has a son who does not have a hand, and he wanted to have a prosthetics hand for his son, but it was too much money to pay for. So he got his hands on the 3D printer and was able to print a hand for his son, saving tens of thousands of dollars in the process, and it works just like the expensive hand. While the Forum Labs Form 1 3D printer is not the cheapest consumer-grade 3D printer, it's about $750 more than the leading brand, which is MakerBot 2. It was found by Wired magazine to be much better at doing detailed work, producing work quickly without losing quality. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise, and it doesn't stink like some of the others do. Apparently, these 3D printers have a smell to them. And it represents a great step forward in the day when such useful products will be nearly as affordable as 2D printers, which is basically a printer, what we call a printer. 3D printers, this one is called Form 1, and it's top on the list for projects and products that were funded by crowdfunding, also known as Kickstarter.
Oh, wow. So do a hand for your son.
And I do have one more. If you just give me a second. It's one that I had online. I have to look it up.
Wow.
And it's got to do with clothing that will be able to... this won't come out until 2014. You got to hear about this one. This is clothing that will be able to determine... Hold on, I'll find it here. Let me find it here real quickly. It'll be able to tell doctors what is wrong with you. You'll be able to know yourself.
Gosh.
Hold on. Here it is. It's called Radiate Shirts. Radiate Shirts. Sometime in the second half of 2014, you will start to see Radiate athletic wear. The clothing can tell you in real time how your body is doing. Radiate wear is meant to give a user a sense of exactly how intense their workout is by changing colors in real time to reflect the thermo output of their bodies. Radiate says it works because special atoms within the fabric gain a carbon electron when valence electrons are accelerated through the application of heat, affecting the way that the atoms reflect light waves. It's a little over my head, but that's what it says.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
What it means in layman's language is that the color of the fabric will reflect the intensity of the workout, getting more colorful the more physical the work the user has done. Radiate isn't the only company trying to make high-tech clothing to help you get fit. There's another company called Athos Workout Gear, which is available for pre-order with a target shipment date of summer of 2014, embedded muscle tracking sensors that can monitor many aspects of your workout with extreme precision. Okay, so that is not exactly what I thought it was, but I thought it was going to be compared to the other device I was talking about, the Scanadu Scout. The Scanadu Scout is more medical in terms of that. This is just a workout clothing that shows you how well you're working out. But the Scanadu Scout detects a person's blood pressure, temperature, etc. It doesn't. I wish it went on in details and didn't just say etc.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. If you've got your heart set on developing something, inventing something, and you need some money, hey, you might want to look into Kickstarter. I don't know the rules behind it. Mm-hmm. You know, we did look into Kickstarter when we were trying to help out the Marion County Literacy Council. So I'll tell you this in advance: you cannot use it to raise money for a charity.
Yeah.
And so therefore,
That's right.
we were trying to take a shortcut to kissing that horse
Yeah,
this year.
but we didn't. We busked all over the place. A lot.
All right, we've got to push forward. We've got a really interesting guest coming up. Logan Clark is calling in. This guy has appeared on everything. 60 Minutes, 48 Hours, Inside Edition, A Current Affair, Entertainment Tonight, CBS News, Do I Stop Anywhere, Larry King, Maury Povich. He is a child abduction expert and a private investigator. Logan is calling in by Skype, you say, right?
Yep.
He's going to talk about childhood abductions, the recovery of abducted children, and the reuniting of children throughout the world with their custodial parents. So some success stories is always good to hear when you hear about that horrible human tendency to kidnap. It's just, understandable. Logan Clark up next. This is The Source, WOCA. That was fun. We'll take a little break and be right back.
Don't ever miss a single edition of The Mike Huckabee Show. We're going to have a whole lot of fun talking the big issues of the day. We'll talk to the newsmakers and the issues that made them a newsmaker, as well